Yeah, welcome everyone. We are live now. We are live right now. So, few moments from now, we're starting the training. So, we are waiting for people to join us so that we'll start the training. So, it's going to be a live training, like I said earlier. So, I will be walking you step by step, and I've listed out what we'll be focusing on. So I believe you've registered for this free training already. So if you've registered, then you should by now have gotten all the tools that you need to get started for the first part of the focus. So I want you to start sharing this video with your friends on Facebook, on Telegram, on WhatsApp, so that they can participate and enjoy this free training. So this training is free. What you just need to do is join the training, then sit back and have a nice time learning what you have passion for. So there will be a giveaway during the course of this training. So, and I'm going to mention how the giveaway will be done. So I've talked about this giveaway before. So I'm going to talk about how this giveaway will be done. So, but it will be talked about during the course of the training. So I will not tell you if it's at the middle or if it's at the beginning or at the end of the training. So just make sure you keep watching and keep sharing this to your friends, keep sharing this to your friends on WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook. Let them get to know about this. So let them get to know about this. Let them get to know about this. And please, if you've not subscribed to this channel, don't forget to subscribe to Expose Info TV. So this is, don't forget, this is slide. This is slide. So I'm going to do proper introduction. So we are starting the training now. Sorry, I'm just trying to put some things. I'm just trying to put some things together right here before we start the training. Okay, welcome guys, welcome guys, welcome guys. Thank you for joining this session. This is Sly. This is Sly with you right here. This is Expose Info TV. So I believe by now, if you've registered, then you should have gotten all the free tools that you need in this today's training. So this training, I'm going to split this training into different video. So it's not going to be a very long video because I don't want the video to be too long. So today's training is the first video, so that's why I call it V1. So that's the first video in this training. Okay guys, we are still waiting for other people to join us. So I'm going to start the training right now. I think a few people has joined, so let's start the training right now. So let me just do a simple introduction first. So like you all know, I'm Sylvester. Okay guys, one more time I welcome you to this training, to this free website design training, So previously when I sent out the flyer design for the training, I told us we're going to be focusing on LMS, CMS, LMS, CSS, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. And we'll also be looking at some other frameworks that we can use for web development. So, you know, there's different between website design and web development. So there's difference between a web designer and a web developer. So I'm going to let you understand. So when someone tell you I'm a web developer, you should know that there's difference between just being a website designer and different to being a web developer. So you can be a web designer and you might not be a web developer. You might be a web developer, then you can also be a web designer. So that I want you to know that. So right now I'm going to tell you. So we'll start with the CMS, which is the first thing in our focus list. So what is CMS? So I'm going to show you what CMS is in the course of this training. What does CMS stand for? What's being used for? And what are the things that you need to know when it comes to CMS? So if you've registered, then you should have gotten the link for you to get all the free tools that you need to that we are going to use in this training. So, and if you've not gotten the tools, that means you've not registered. So that means you are not registered. That's why you not get those tools, because it's an automated how do I call it? Is automated. When you register, you get the tools. So those are one of the things that we also see or take into consideration when we are building a website for a client or for yourself. So right now I'm going to jump onto my screen, then we'll start the training properly. So I just want to make sure that everything is I just want to, can you guys hear me? I just want to be sure that everybody can hear me, everybody can see my screen, because I'm going to share my screen with you guys, because I'm not going to tell you do it like this, do it like this. I'm going to let you do it yourself. So I'm going to let you do it yourself. So sorry. Don't mind me, this is a live video, so a lot of things will be going on in the background on the screen, so you don't just have to mind, because it's a live section. So right now I'm going to jump to my computer screen so that we start the training properly. So one more time, I thank you for joining this training with me. Thank you for joining this training with me. So if you have any other people who want to be part of this training, you can share this video to them or this live session with them right now so that they can watch. So if you have any question, let me know at the comment box, and also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please, 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 and please. So right now, my name is Sylvester Aladijano. I'm a web developer. Sorry, I want to enable my camera so that you can see my screen. Okay, so I want to enable my camera so that you can see my screen right here. I mean, you can see my face right here. Okay, so like I said, my name is Sylvester Aladijano. So I will be the facilitator for this training. So basically what I do is I provide the sources, tools, data tips. So I want to enable my data tips to bridge tech gap for productivity and for profitability. I also expose people to viable business they can build online. So you can visit my blog where I post some information. So that is one thing about me. So another thing you need to know is we'll be talking about what we'll be talking about in this video. I'll break them down into segments. So first thing is the basics of website design. Then another thing we'll be looking at is essential elements required to build a website. Also we'll be looking at recommended domain name registrar. I will be showing you how to buy domain and hosting, tools you need for website designing, and also how to set up your server. So I'll be skipping some of these tools so that I'm going to just show you the ones points that are necessary for you to know. So first thing that you need to know is before you start developing a website is you need to understand how the webs work. So the web is just a large group of computers, which we all know as server. So you say the server is down, the server is down. You can relate this to your internet service provider, where you have the server. So whenever MTN is having a network issue, whenever 9mobile is having a network issue, they will say the server is down. It's basically because the group of computers that form that server, they are down. So now one thing you need to understand is this server are the one that provide information when you need those set of information. So we can just relate this to your shelf, like you can see on my screen right here. So you can just relate this to your shelf, where you have your shelf at home, then you keep some books inside. So these books that you keep in the shelf, whenever you need these books, then you go there to access them. So this is just the same way the server is. So anytime you need information from the web, then you go to the web, you search for those information, the server provide those information to you. So that is the work of the World Wide Web. That's why you have www, then dots. Then we'll now start talking about the IP address. So when you first know what the World Wide Web is, how the server communicates, how they provide information to you whenever you need. Just whenever you want to think of this, just think of your shelf in the house that you keep your book. Think of the shelf at the library where there are a lot of books. When you need books, you just go to the library, you pick up the book when you need them. So now the web browser, when a client requests a web page, for example, you want to go to google.com, then you have to make use of a web browser. So you can make use of a web browser like Google Chrome. You can make use of web browser like Phoenix. You can make use of web browser like Firefox, and a lot of them. So the web page itself can be a document stored on your computer. So now we'll be talking about working on your local server. So working on your local server, all the files that you are accessing are also on your computer. So that's why I said the web page itself can be a document stored on your computer. So just like also when you have the Microsoft Word, the word processing file saved on your computer. So like when you save a document, maybe any kind of document that is a Microsoft Word document, when you open this document, so you can use your web browser, you can use a PDF, Adobe PDF to open them. So these are also kind of document that you open, you access them. So another thing you need to know is we have to talk about the domain name and IP address, because when you are talking about how the web is working, then you also need to talk about domain name and IP address. So for example, every website have an IP address, every computer have an IP address, but it will be so hard for you to always memorize an IP address that look like 192.168.2.23 or an IP address that look like 173.18.204.4. So this kind of IP address can be so too long and complicated for you to memorize. So this is where the domain names comes in. So the translation of an IP address now is called the domain name system. So domain name system provides translation services between IP address and a very friendly host name. So you can just type www then then a domain name, something like www.slyhustle.com.ng. So that's a domain name. slide.auto.ng have an IP address. You can use the IP address to access it, but not everybody will be able to remember this kind of IP address because it's not friendly, and domain name is kind of friendly in its own way. So that is why we have domain name and IP address, and I think this should be clear now. So we have an IP address, we have a domain name. For you to access information on the server, you have to have or get the domain name, or you get the IP address for you to search for such information on the internet. For example, you search for anything on Google. Google is going to provide you some kind of website. So all those websites that is being provided to you for like a suggestion, they have their IP address, where also they have the domain name that they bears. So now we'll be talking about the essential things you need to know before you jump into building a website, either for yourself or for a client. So the purpose of making this video is coming into this training is for you to have a better understanding how you can start making money from website development, website designing. So now there are major things that you need to put in place before you can say, okay, now I'm very convinced within myself, I know what to do and I know where to do them. So the first thing is you have to have a sensible navigation. You need a mobile friendly design. You need engaging content. You need a page that loads very fast. Social media should also be on your website you are building so that people can look for genuinity of a service of a company that you are building a website for. You need to make use of high quality images. There should be enough white space. When I talk about white space, we are going to go deep into that. I love white space when it comes to designing. So you should also provide contact information whereby people can reach out to the owner of the website that you are building, or if you are building the website for yourself. So in this training, I'll be showing you how to build a website for yourself. Then from there, you can grow up yourself, learn more, then start building for your clients. Now, what do I mean by sensible navigation? So you see, when you go to every website, you see the menu, you see home, about us, contact us, how it works, FAQ, a lot of them. So you have to make sure that every website you are building have sensible navigation. So it doesn't matter what kind of website you are building. So for user to be able to efficiently access all pages of the website, so without necessarily have to be searching. So what I do is basically what I do for most of the websites I build is I create a page bank whereby you can see the list of all the pages on the website. So this is more related to sitemap, but sitemap is quite different from page bank because sitemap is for Google to be able to crawl your website, while page bank is just a feature that I just come up with for just my clients. So now you have to make sure that your website is mobile friendly. When you build a website, the website must be mobile friendly so that when you access it either on a laptop, on a desktop, on a tablet, on a mobile phone, any kind of devices, then the website will be responsive. So that's what I mean by mobile friendly. So first thing when you start building a website is you have to be very sure that you can access it on any device and all the information will be the same. So also you need an engaging content, because for a website to be efficient there must be content that are appealing to the audience, and you have to keep the content on the website up to date, because this is what we encourage Google to rank you more. So when it comes to I believe all of us know what Alexa is. So Alexa is a ranking website. So you can use Alexa to rank you can use Alexa to check website ranking. So when you are checking for content, make sure you put engaging content. So because when you put content that are not engaging, that are not interactive, it turns user away from your website. And make sure that the page are loading very fast, because people have very low time to spend on your website. So another thing is you have social media handle, the button to put on your website. Then you have to make sure that all the images you are using are very clear, they are of high quality, though there are ways that you can reduce the size. Make sure the quality is good, but the size is very small, so that it doesn't slow down your website. Then when you are building a website, it is important to allocate certain amount of white space. So what I mean by white space, I'm going to show you something like this. When you are writing some text, there should be enough white space. Don't let your content to be too close to each other. So another thing you have to take note or put in place is contact information, because people want to reach out to you. If you are not dropping your phone number, make sure you drop an email, make sure you drop a Facebook Messenger handle where people can message you directly, and lots of them. So now for any website to be effective, it must be optimized. So optimize in what way? So you must make sure that you arrange all your content in a way that search engine can pick up relevant keywords and turn it to what is appealing to the audience when they are searching, so that when people are searching, they can quickly get a recommendation of your website. So any kind of website you are building right now, so including essential elements when building a website, trust me, it ensures that the need of your business and your customers are being met. When you take all this into consideration, then you will be convinced within yourself that your customer are or will be satisfied with what you are presenting to them. Okay, so right now I'm going to I'll go back from here. So what I want, before we go to hosting, I want us to work on the local server first. So I want us to work on the local server first. So what I will do is you can check at the description of this video. You will see a link. You will see a link to the tools that I'm about to install right now. So I'm going to install some tools right now, so you can check the description of this video. Then you're going to see the link right there. Server first. So what I will do is you can check. So first, I'm going to go back now to my browser. I'll go back right now to my browser. Okay, so what I would do right now is, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. So at the description of this video, then you find the link that will land you on this particular page. So first thing I will be installing is the local server. So I'm going to go to this page right now. I've put the information right there for you. So like I said, the information will be updated time to time as we progress in the training. So as we progress in the training on the YouTube channel, this page, I will keep updating it. Every tools I will be using in the current days, then I'll be making use or dropping them on this particular page. So you see the link at the description of the video. So now we need to make use of a local server. Why? Because this will reduce the amount of data you are going to use to build websites, because you are not a pro yet. they call it nob. So nob is like a novice, so someone who is just starting up website designing. So you are just starting up. So nob is used by programmers like the gurus, people who are gurus. So this is what they use. So now for you to work and test things around, you need to test this if it works. So we'll be making use of the local server because you require making use of no data. Now we'll make use of XAMPP. We have XAMPP, we have WAMP, we have all of them, different kind of local server. So what XAMPP basically do is going to install Apache distribution for you for MariaDB, PHP, and Pair. So what we are going to do right now is we are going to download. So as you can see from my screen right here, so you are going to click on this. I think you can see my mouse right here. So you can click on this, download XAMPP for free. So when you download XAMPP for free, I've already installed my XAMPP. So when you can either download any of the version you need. So if you are using Windows, you can download any of the version that you need. Then if you are using Linux, you can download any of the version that you prefer. So if you are using OS, you can download any of your preferred version right here. So guys, that's the first thing we need to install. So right now I'm going to navigate to my browser. I mean to my download folder. So I'm going to look for my XAMPP. Okay, so what you just need to do is I don't have XAMPP on this computer again. Okay, I have XAMPP right here. So I have XAMPP right here. So I'm going to search for my XAMPP. Okay, sorry guys, I just want to be sure I'm doing the right thing. Okay. Okay, so when I search for XAMPP right here, then I'm going to, when you download your XAMPP, make sure you install, then you follow the on-screen instruction, you install your XAMPP. So right now I'm going to click on XAMPP right here. So right now you can see that I just open my XAMPP. So you can see that installing XAMPP will install Apache for you, and it's going to install MySQL for you, so which is being used for the database. So this is the two major things we need to make use of in the XAMPP. So this will help us build our project on a local computer. Like I said when I was talking about the how the web works, I told you you can also access those kind of information directly from your computer. So we'll be building this project or this website on our local computer. So now first thing we need to do is we have to click on start. Then for MySQL too, you have to click on start. So right now your local server is running. So you can see right here, status change detected, running. So MySQL is running right now, and Apache is also running right now. So our local server is set. So I'm going to minimize that. Then I'm going to go back to my computer screen. So I'll go back to the link at the description of the video, of this live video. So now, I said it, we'll be making use of content management system right now because our focus is on CMS, LMS, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So we are picking CMS first. So talking about CMS, which is known as content management system, this is a piece of software that allow you to easily manage content and create websites. So if you are kind of person that doesn't like coding, so you can opt in for content management system. I use content management system. I also code also. So now, normally web pages are written in HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. So if you really want to go into web development, you need the basic knowledge of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, because every language or every website, every software you see outside there are being built with the knowledge of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So if you are to build a website without CMS, then you will need to learn those languages and write a lot of code. So we will take coding series after we've talked about LMS. So, but right now we are talking about CMS. So there are a lot of content management outside there that people use. I've used Drupal before. I've used Joomla before. Magento. We have Magento. We have Shopify. So we have Wiz. We have WordPress.org. We have WordPress.com. We have Ghost. We have Test Pattern, Bloggers. A lot of them out there. But our focus in all of this content management system is WordPress. So WordPress is very easy for people because when you pick up Drupal, you still need some basic knowledge of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP, because they are not as friendly as WordPress is. So WordPress is being powered by almost 90% of websites on the internet today. And also, almost 95% of websites will have JavaScript on the website. So now we are going to download WordPress. So you can click on this link directly. So it will take you to the direct page for WordPress. So another thing I want you to take note of is right here we have WordPress.com and we also have WordPress.org. So we have WordPress.com, we have WordPress.org. So when you want to start building your website, you make use of WordPress.com. When you want to download some resource, then you have to make use of WordPress.org. So that's why I put it two right here so that you can differentiate. So when you are talking about getting your theme, getting plugins, getting getting themes and plugins, then you have to make use of WordPress.org. So right here you see when you go to WordPress.org, you can see a lot of things right here. So you can see a lot of things right here. So I'll just go back up. You can see get WordPress. Then you see your WordPress downloading for you right now. So when you click on get WordPress from here, then it's going to bring this page. Then you can click on download WordPress. So you can download, you can see that your WordPress is downloading right now. So I have WordPress already, I don't need to download, but I'll just download so that we can see how to make things work right. So our WordPress is downloading right now. It's taking some time. Okay, so guys, I want you to remember that this is the introduction part of this training. So we will not be doing a lot on this training, on this session today. So starting from the next session, we'll be taking a lot of things into consideration when we start to build some kind of project that you start making use of the platform.
So all the issues. Thank you, sir. Okay, I'll see you. Okay.
So like I said, this is just the introduction part of the training, right? So it's going to be very mind blowing, more than what you expect or what you think is going to be. So right now, I'm going to our download is almost done. So for us to be sure that so our download is almost done right now. So for us to be sure that our local server is working before we start building our projects, then what I want to do right now is our download is done right now. So what I want to do is I'm going to click on localhost. Okay, so localhost, when you click on localhost, okay, good. You can see that we've installed Apache, MariaDB, PHP using just only XAMPP. So we can now start creating database, because when you are creating websites, you should always be very concerned about the database, because that is where all the information are being saved. So right now we've been able to install the Apache and the database and the PHP using only XAMPP. So you can read some of this. So you can see this is WordPress. Then you can see all this here right now. So this is Magento for you. This is all of them right here. So right now you can see it. WordPress can be installed through this. Drupal can be installed through this. Joomla can be installed through this, and dozens of other can be deployed with one-click installer. So we've been able to install or set up our local server to start our development. So now also our WordPress zip file is ready. So guys, in the next video or in the next session, in our next session, which will likely come up, our next session will come up by tomorrow. So we'll be having another session tomorrow by 5 or 6. So I'm going to communicate this to us via the Telegram channel. So we are going to have another session tomorrow when we start building our project. So don't forget, our focus is on content management system, LMS, CSS, JavaScript, HTML, and other frameworks. So I know you want to see that I also do more of PHP. I also do PHP, all of them like that. So because you need them for real world projects that are different from just content management and learning management system. So guys, now talking about the giveaway. So if you've been part of this video right now, I want you to comment at this time. So this is 6:53. So drop your comments. I need to pick randomly right now. Drop your comments. This giveaway is for people who are watching me live, not people who will come back to watch later. So I want you to really learn. So I don't want people who will come back to watch later. So if you are watching right now at 6:53 p.m., so drop your comments that you are watching right now. Then when you drop your comments, go to my Instagram page, follow me, then send me a DM that you've dropped your comments. Tell me your name, name that you used to drop your comments on the YouTube live video. Then you might be selected to win my free data. So I'm going to select just 5 people. So likely, I don't know, depending on how this inspiration is coming. So it's not going to be every day. It's not going to be every day, but I can tell you that the giveaway will be going on for some time. So guys, basically what we've done today is we've talked about how the World Wide Web work, how the internet work in quotes, what you need to know about IP addresses and domain name system, what are domain name system and what are IP address, how do they communicate, what is the interaction between them, the basic elements you need before you start or jumping into building a website. Then we also set up our local server to start building our website projects. Guys, these are the basic things you need before you become a web designer. So in our video tomorrow, or in the live session tomorrow, we'll be talking about some other things. So when we get to, I want you to be prepared. We've downloaded our WordPress tomorrow. I'll show you how to install your WordPress, how to create database, how to connect your WordPress to your database so that you start building real life projects. So guys, I hope you are subscribed to this channel. Please, if you've not subscribed to this channel, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget, this is Sly with you on Expose Info TV, and I want you to all start making money. The year is running to an end, so though I don't know when some people will be coming across this video, so anytime you come across this video, website designing or web development can never become obsolete. Even when the robots comes over, even when the robots take over everywhere, web developer will still be in place, because for a robot to work, it requires some kind of coding for it to function. So is your work as a software developer or a programmer now to put in those kind of instruction into the robot, so your work can never be obsolete. So anytime you are coming across this video on the internet, on the YouTube, anywhere, just know that you are not wasting your time learning it. I've been learning website design for a long time, and I have a lot of people in my team that work together. A lot of them are in different area of the world. We communicate, we collaborate. So guys, this is the best time for you to start learning, because when you don't learn now, you will still have to learn later in the future. Why not make use of the opportunity you have right now to learn for free? So I hope this live session worth it. So let me know your comments. What do you think about this live session? What do you think should be improved on? Anything you see in the comments, I'm going to act on them. So guys, till tomorrow, I will see you in my live session again. So thank you all. Don't forget to subscribe.